remember the first day I started, it seemed quite daunting when I first went into the office for the first time. Obviously quite new surroundings, and obviously it was my first sort of full-time position, so it did seem as a bit of a shock, if you like, sort of coming straight out of university. But I was quite surprised at how quickly I managed to integrate into my new surroundings. I guess maybe the practical aspects of the work I wasn't too sure about. I was kind of familiar with the more sort of design based side of the work, but perhaps the practical side, you know, when you're actually working on, when you actually do a lot of site work or dealing with site managers and project managers on site, I think all that kind of hands-on type work, which is obviously very important in the industry, I think that side of it I wasn't too sure about. I think one of the main reasons is I think the good group of people that we have working in our industry. It's such a varied and far-reaching industry. There's so many different facets of the industry, different disciplines, specialisms, and I think all the people that come together that work in the industry, I think it makes it a great place to work in. So I think for those reasons that attracted me in the first place. Yeah. Its ability to change with its surroundings in a global sense. I think our construction industry, if you like, it has to move with the times, for good or for worse. And I think the flexibility and the desire of the people that work in the industry allow it to shape to its surroundings, if you like. You know, do well in your job and work hard, obviously. I think you've got to show willingness to your managers or if you've got group partners or your directors. I think demonstrate that you're willing to to do well at your job, and I think get involved as much as you can in all the different types of project work that you do. I don't think the industry is addicted to long hours. I don't think so. Certainly not from my perspective, but I do think that there are a few people in the industry that do like to work long hours for whatever reason that they want to do that. And I think there should be a flexible approach to the hours that people work. Certainly I would propose that as a sort of future consideration maybe, but I think flexibility is a good thing. You know, there might be a particular week where you might need to work long hours, it's a necessity, but there may be other weeks where you don't need to work as long. So if there's a sort of balance between the hours, then I think that certainly that could well draw it in line with other industries that already do operate a sort of flexible working system. So that's what I would suggest. Usually the technical report that I have to issue to my client the next day, and sort of thinking about how I'm going to, the first thing I'm going to do when I get into the office, and put the finishing touches to report, and maybe get it PDF'd and ready to email to my client. So usually that keeps me awake the night before.